Hey smokestack fans, Johnny C from New Jersey here. It is a cool autumn evening, and been ignoring some of my gen sets out here in the garage because I've been working on my generator room, as you all been reading about on the smokestack forum. So decided to exercise our DJB over here. Last time I exercised it was probably about, I don't know, 2-3 months ago, maybe 4, using fuel that was already about a year old. So we got some new fuel right here. It's off-road diesel, and something's going on over here. Hope they're not after me. Yep, going past. Okay, cool. So anyway, we're going to fire this guy up, okay? Once again, it is a DJB MS. It's slightly different than the DJBs that we see on the smokestack forum. This motor here actually purchased separate from the generator head. I don't know what the hell this thing was really used for. I guess for training, or was supposed to be used for training. It was NOS. Anyway, we threw on a YDN. Okay, it's a 12 kilowatt head. A lot of you probably know that. But anyway, we're not going to get 12 kilowatts out of it because the motor won't be able to handle it. From previous tests, we got, I think, like 7.4 kilowatts. But anyway, tonight I just want to start it up, exercise it. We got 4 heaters over here. Assuming that each one will draw about 1500 watts, we got about 6,000 watts, okay, which will put this thing at I guess at its rated max. We'll find out because we got digital meters over here. Now this thing is a little not tricky to start up, but I can't start up the generator while holding the camera because it takes 2 hands. What I gotta do, I gotta press the preheat, then flip that up. Well, let me try. Okay, so we got to give this thing I don't know, about 30 seconds or so. So right now, if the battery, because that battery is about 5 years old, is working, it's preheating the glow plugs. It has 2 glow plugs plus a preheat plug. So we'll get a few seconds, and I gotta flip the start switch, and I gotta press this other button down here, all with one hand, while holding the camera. Let's see if we could do this. All right. Hopefully the battery, like I said, has enough charge in it. Let me just see something here. Okay, I put my finger up on top of the air filter cleaner. I do feel heat, so it is heating. Okay, so if I click this start switch here, start-stop switch, you'll hear a solenoid go ka-chunk in a moment. So let's try that. Okay, now I can't press that in, so hey, it's starting. I'm really amazed. One hand too. Yeah. All right, so we're gonna let it warm up a little while. Actually, it's running pretty damn good. Okay, so we're going to let it warm up a bit, then we're going to start turning on some of these heaters and see what we're going to end up pulling. So, amazing. No smoke either. All right, hang in there. We'll be back. All right, we're back. We've been warming this DJB up for about 5 minutes or so. Right now we got all the heaters off. What I'm going to do before I start turning on the heaters, I'm going to go on the lowest settings first. I'm going to do it in pairs, okay? Then we're going to check the box over here, see what we're pulling. Eventually, hopefully we'll get them all on high power. But let's see what we got for oil pressure, things like that, okay? So here we go. All right, that's good. As you can see, nothing going on. All right. Gets good, a little charging. Okay, so here we go. What do we got here? This is set up for 120, 240. So we split the 240 into 2 legs here. So we got 120 and 120. All right, so let's do this. Ah, hell with it. Let's go. Just go on high. We'll do that. We'll do that. Okay, so we got 2 heaters on high. All right, hopefully, well, I didn't hear anything on the generator as far as bogging it down. Nothing going on over there for some reason. I might be actually, let's see. Ah, that's why. That guy over there, this guy over here, here and here. All right. Oh boy, I thought I had them on separate legs, but I guess not. Let's put this on. All right, I got everything on. I mean, see a light. Did I blow a brake? No, no. Okay, let's see what we got going here. I don't think that guy's working. Oh, I pulled it out of the plug. There we go. All right. All four are on high. Let's see what we got going here. As you can see, we're very close to 6,000 watts, just shy by a few. Frequency is holding good. I hope you can hear me on this video. I'm very close to the set. Looking at the hertz, looking at the voltage, looking at how much this thing is drawing, looking at the capacity. I mean, you can't get better than that, I don't think, okay? I didn't hear the motor bogging, nothing. So I guess it's working pretty good. Didn't do anything yet, no flying parts. Oh, that's right, it's not Generator, it's an Onan, so we don't have to worry about that. All right, so we're gonna let this thing run a little while. We got any smoke coming out? Very little, you won't even notice it if you weren't looking for it. So anyway, so here we are. Again, we're pretty much at the rated max. This thing will do much more than 6,000 watts. In a past test, I think I had about 72, 7,400 watts. But anyway. The limitation is the motor, of course. Okay, this is a 12 kilowatt head on here. While it's running. It's kind of vibrating a little bit. I don't know if you can read that, but here's the info on the head. And it's not really coming over clear. Sorry about that, folks. But anyway, we're gonna let this thing run a little while. Make sure this thing gets in nice fresh fuel. This is all new fuel over here. I think I mentioned the fuel that was in this thing was over a year old. Although, last time I ran it, about 3 or 4 months ago. But anyway, it's running fine. So when I'm satisfied with this test over here, I'm going to crank on this guy over here. This is a DJA. It's a single cylinder diesel. Alright. This thing is loud. I'll tell you right now. This thing is louder than this. It's louder than my 4-cylinder DJC. But probably won't hear the difference over the video. But we'll get this test wrapped up in a few moments. We'll get this guy out right over here. Alright, hang in there. Alright folks, we're back. We had this thing run for about 15 minutes at near max capacity. It's running fine, no problem. Here's what we're going to do, and I hope you can hear me because I'm really shouting loud. You know, these diesels are loud. Excuse me. I'm going to shut the breaker off on this guy right here. Just kill all the power. 1, 2, 3. About 6,000, very close to 6,000 watts. Listen to the motor. Then what I'm going to do, I'm just going to turn the power on. All 6,000 watts. Bang. Listen to the motor. I love these diesels. You probably won't notice much difference in the sound as compared to the gas sets. It's not only this DJB, same thing with the DJC, the 4-cylinder bigger brother, and even this small little peewee right here, the DJA. All right, so here we go. I'm going to show you what we got on the meter. Like I said, I'm going to kill the breaker, listen to the sound, and what I'm going to do in a few seconds, I'm going to turn the breaker back on, and these 4 heaters are on full power. It's going to suck up very close to 6,000 watts. Just listen to the sound. You probably won't hear me talking when I'm next to the set, so I'm not going to say anything, but listen to the motor. Here we go. Alright, everything is off. Now we're going to bang this right to full capacity. No hunting, 0 hunting. Unlike some of my gas sets. I love these diesels. You hear no hunting whatsoever. Yeah, you heard a little difference in the pitch, but absolutely, well, let me get my hand out of the way, but absolutely no hunting. I love these diesels. My DJC's like that, same thing with the DJA. My gasoline JB, I mean, it's fine. I mean, you know, I do it, you won't hear much hunting, but you can definitely tell, like, you know, it's going to be a little dip in the engine sound, you know, sort of like, you know, it's going to try to find itself for a second, all right? But anyway, all right, what I'm going to do, I'm going to shut her down, but first, before I shut her down, I'm going to shut off the power and let it cool down a bit, and we'll get this guy all hooked up, all right? So let's cool her down. All right, let her run for a few moments. And to shut her down, all I need to do, put that down. All right. So once again, we have 4 heaters. When we run the, while cooling down, let me tell you, when we run the DJA, obviously I'm not going to be able to run 4 heaters. The DJA is good for 3,000 watts. So I guess what we're going to end up doing is running 2 heaters. That's really about it. I think I got this thing configured for 120 only, not 240. Yeah, all right, so I'll have to bring out some different cords. All right, thing cooled down enough. Let me shut her down. All right, I feel better. Thing runs tip-top, okay. Got some good fuel in it now. And let's get the DJ all hooked up, all right? All right, we're back. We got the DJA all hooked up. I think we're going to have fun with this guy, all right? Once again, this is a diesel, a single-cylinder diesel, rated for 3,000 watts. Right now, as I mentioned just previously, actually, I got this wire for 120, okay? Geez, I got those 4 heaters on there. Those 4 heaters did 6,000 watts last time on the DJB, but yet this is only a 3,000 watt set. This is going to be interesting. All right, so what are we going to do? We're going to do the same thing. We're going to hit the glow plugs with the heat, start her up without any load whatsoever. Okay, we got a little box right here. I call this the Johnny C kilowatt box. It's going to tell us the hertz as well as the amperage and voltage. We'll run this thing, and 2 heaters should bring it pretty close to 3,000 watts. It's max. I wonder what's going to happen when we turn on the 4th heater, or the 3rd heater. I doubt if we'll get the 4th heater on, but let's find out. Hey, this is an Onan. They're made to run hard, especially these diesels. This is not Generac. All you people out there that are Generac fans, watch the Onan here, okay? These are the kings. All right, so anyway, before I start her up, let's walk around, show you what we got. I don't think I'll show you the backside. There's a lot of darkness back here. It is nighttime, by the way, as you can see. We got our old battery here. This is from 2016. If it was from the 1900s, still worked, that'd be amazing. It's a big ass battery. Now let me tell you something. This generator, this single cylinder diesel, I think draws more juice to start than the DJB and the DJC. The DJB and C are used in the Mitsubishi starters. Okay, they are real starters. Okay, like you see on cars. This one is a smaller version. No, this is a large version. There's 2 different versions of Mitsubishis that are used for these Onans. However, this guy right here does not have a conventional type of starter like you would see on a car. It's actually exciter started. This whole big thing right here, the generator, it's all done in there. Okay, draws a lot of juice. So I'm going to preheat this thing. In fact, let me get it going because it's going to take a few moments. Okay, but this thing's going to turn over slow. Okay, very slow, but hopefully it'll start. Once again, I haven't ran this thing in quite a few months, and the gas that's in the float bowl, the fuel bowl right there, is over a year old. I want to get the fresh gas in there. So let me just see something here. Is it heating up? I think so. I'm just feeling the top of the air cleaner. Okay, the preheat plug for the intake manifold is right below that. This has one glow plug on the cylinder. All right, so this might even be harder to do than the other one. Okay, because I'm gonna have to stretch over and do this. All right, we're just gonna heat this up really good. While it's heating up, let me just say one thing. You see that thing right here? Okay, that's extremely rare. If that ever fails and you have to get a new one, you probably won't find it. It's a solenoid. I'm going to call it a decompression solenoid. When you shut down the set, it actually will hold open the exhaust valve, and it'll cause the set to shut off. Okay, so let's see if we get the, oh, I guess I got to go up. Here we go. Come on. Here we go. All right, came alive. For a minute, I had my doubts on that. All right, what I'm going to do, I'm going to let the thing warm up for a few moments, and before we apply load. Voltage is a little high. That all can be adjusted, but I'm not worrying about that. Believe me, as soon as we start turning on the heaters, it'll bring it down. All right, so we'll be back in a moment. Hang in there. All right, folks, let's have some fun. I had this thing warming up for about, I don't know, 5 minutes or so. Before I start turning on the heaters and see what this thing can really do, let's do some checks first. We got oil pressure. Yep, we got oil pressure. Doing good there, doing good there. All right, so right now the heaters are off. We'll start with one heater. We'll just turn them on high. All right, what the heck? We'll get this thing done over with quick. Not the best focus job, but nonetheless, I think you see the numbers. All right, which one should we start with? Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Let's do this guy right here. All right, we're also going to listen to the motor as well as they turn these things on. All right, she's on. All right, you heard the motor. Let's see what we're drawing here. I gotta get it. All right, we're just shy of 1,500 watts, which I expected. Doing good. All right, I'm gonna turn on another heater, and I believe it's going to be pretty close to 3,000 watts, maybe about 2,700. Let's see. Again, this is a single-cylinder diesel rated for 3,000 watts, so we're probably going to be right at the limit. What do we got here? All right. What should we turn on? Let's do this guy right here. Listen to the motor. Really didn't hear much pitch difference, okay? So let's see what we got going here. All right, like I said, about 2,700 watts, okay? And the hertz is right on the money. All right, so we're very close to its rated max. And I'll tell you, didn't really bog down the motor any. All right, so here's where we're at. We've got two heaters going, that one and that one. We're going to turn on another heater. We're going to go on low. What the heck, we're just going to blast it. It's going to be way over the max. I mean, I'm sure that the motor's going to start coughing, all right? Let's see what happens. Whoa! All right. Still not bad. I mean, we're over 3,000 watts. The hertz is in range. It's huffing and puffing, but it's taking it. Let's see. What are we gonna do next? Okay, we got that guy going. We got that guy going. We got that guy. Let's turn this guy on right here. Let's see what happens. I got a feeling it's gonna not be good. Let's see what we got here. It ain't taking it too well. I mean, but the motor's still running. All right, before I burn up the generator, let me back that down. Let me turn one of these guys off over here. All right, so we should be about 2,700 watts, 26 to 2,800 watts now. not bad. Okay, so once again, just load testing these things, exercising, I guess you should say. Getting some fresh diesel fuel into the motor to flush out the old diesel fuel that's over a year old. It's been a few months since I started this guy. I mean, these things are working right to full spec and then some. I mean, I really can't argue. DJA, 3000 watt model. Obviously ran 3600, almost 3700 watts without any problem whatsoever. Obviously with the fourth heater, we're really stretching. I mean, we're going way overboard. DJB, obviously that ran well. What the hell is this piece of crap? Where the hell did this thing come from? Well, I don't know, but I got a feeling this will not be able to live up to its rating. But nonetheless, let's focus on Onan tonight. Alright, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut off all the power. Well, I'm going to let it run for a little while longer. So I'm going to cut off all the power, let it cool down, and shut her down. And see what we're going to do next. Alright, hang in there. Hey, you know something? You know, fair is fair. Before we move on to our next gen set, hey, let's go do a shutdown on this. Alright, one thing you'll notice when I do shut down this set right here, there's going to be a lot of smoke coming out of the muffler. Alright, once again, when I shut down this set, what it's actually doing, it's going to use that solenoid up there, and it's going to lock the exhaust valve open so the thing dies. Alright, so here we go. Oops, wrong one. Alright, and that's that. Okay, so that concludes the test and the exercise for the DJA and obviously the B. Let me figure out what we're going to do next, okay? Hang in there. Alright, hey, I figure I might as well wrap up the test, the exercise test with the DJC. What the heck, we did the DJA and B, might as well go up the alphabet. So here we are, here's the DJC, 4-cylinder diesel. Many of you have probably seen this in my recent videos, but hey, anybody viewing this video a year or two down the line, probably I haven't seen them. But anyway, let's get this thing going here, complete the test. I'm going to start this a little differently than what we've done in before, as well as, you know, comparing it to the previous diesels we tested. And that means we'll use the transfer switch, but not in the way that simulating a power failure, but this transfer switch does have a test position. Okay, let me see if I can get this a little closer. Right now it's in normal, so basically if the power goes out, you know, it'll do its thing. But in test position, I don't need to disconnect any power. Okay, as you can see, we got the two lights up there on the left hand side. Basically says that there's grid power and it is available and connected, okay, to the output. All right, and if the test runs successfully, basically you'll see on the right hand side the red emergency light on, as well as, it's hard to see the color, but it is a green light below that. Okay, the green light below the emergency light will come on almost immediately when the gen set starts, but it's going to go through I don't know, 15-20 second, maybe 30-second warm up before it actually transfers power over to the load. And that is a good thing, so that you're not banging the generator with a load while it's warming up. Okay, right now she's cold as all could be. Okay, so let's see how this is going to work out. So basically what I'm going to do, I'm going to flip this key switch over to the test position. You'll hear a high-pitched sound, okay, and basically that is the glow plug alarm saying, hey, they're energized, get the hell out of the way. It's not part of Onan, it's something I added, but anyway, let's do it, and eventually hopefully it'll start. Okay, so we put over there and test. Let's see what happens. Here we go. All right. If I was going to hand crank this, I would have just used the start button. I would have to also do a minor adjustment in the transfer switch with a toggle. No big deal. So I'm just going to stand back. I'm going to let it do its thing. Okay. Hopefully in about 15-20 seconds, when that alarm goes off, the gen set will start. All right. Right up there. right hand side, the red emergency light, the one below it, saying, hey, we got grid power, and actually transfers the load, okay, from the generator to the load. Okay, so we'll let the thing run for a few minutes, then we'll just kill it, just to make sure we got voltage. We're good. Turn that key from test to normal, it'll shut down. Maybe I gotta go through the retransfer. I don't know. I normally don't run it in test modes like that. I usually simulate a real power failure. But I'm too lazy to create a power failure. The generator was shut down. So basically what it's telling me here by the status light is that the generator is still producing power. However, it's not connected. Alright, so right now if I had a load running on this generator, disconnected, it's going through a cool down process. There we go. Whew, I don't know what you heard, but anyway, I'm shouting at the top of my lungs. Basically, after I retransferred the power over, okay, to the grid, yes, the generator still stayed running, which we expected. The status lights showed, as you've seen a few seconds ago, normal and available on the left-hand side. However, the lower right-hand side available light was on, okay, as well, meaning we still were producing generator power. However, the generator was not connected to the load. Okay, the reason being is that, you know, I would like to, you know, cool down the set if I was running this set on a load and, you know, for a certain period of time, whatever that period of time is, it's user adjustable within the transfer switch, you know, to let this thing cool down and breathe a little bit. Okay, and everything shut down. Okay, basically right now it's telling me, hey, we got grid power, it's connected to the load, and the generator sleeps. Okay, so that worked out well with the test mode. Okay, once again, I think this is like the second time that I've ever tried using the switch over here, the test normal and retransfer with the key, as I've always simulated a real power failure by disconnecting the grid power coming into the box. But you know, hey, gotta try new things every once in a while. So that's about it. So again, we tested the DJA, the DJB, and of course the DJC. So we're getting the whole alphabet. Well, I wouldn't say the whole alphabet, but you know, 3 letters of the alphabet in there. I think what we're lacking now is the DJE. So maybe we'll pick one of those up one of these days. But hey, that's about it. So I think the generator diesel exercise ran well, gave you all an opportunity to hear each one. Okay, keep in mind, you know, they may sound different with different mufflers and all, but these diesels are extremely noisy by themselves, okay, with, you know, excluding the exhaust sound. So that's about it. So that's a wrap for this weekend, and time to get back to normal life. You all take care. Johnny C from New Jersey. Bye.